Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Hope fires Steffy and banishes rival Revenge is sweet after Carter's takeover. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, may have a chance to give Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, a taste of her own medicine. Steffy took great pleasure in firing Hope, and even called security to have her escorted off the premises. Of course, Steffy also made it crystal clear that Hope was never to enter the building again. Hope has been fully banished from Forrester Creations, so Steffy just wants to forget about her and move on. However, Steffy is in for a rude awakening if Carter Walton's Lawrence St. Victor takeover plan actually pays off. Carter explained to Hope that this LSE paperwork could be their path to running Forrester Creations themselves. Hope feels like Carter will be a wonderful CEO, but he pointed out that they could run the company together. Carter wants Hope to feel empowered, especially after all the Steffy drama she's been dealing with lately. Despite a Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang hiccup along the way, B&B spoilers suggest Carter and Hope seem poised to go through with this. Brooke may reluctantly keep quiet after she finds out about this plot through some eavesdropping. After Hope and Carter fully commit to taking charge, we can imagine how this might go down. Hope might come strutting in the office with Carter and leave Steffy livid since she's not supposed to be allowed inside. When Steffy threatens to call security, Hope might tell her to go right ahead. Perhaps Hope will boldly announce that Steffy's the one who's fired, so she can call Charlie Weber, Dick Christie, about her own removal from the premises. Steffy might demand to know what Hope's talking about, so that's when Carter could drop his LSE shocker and explain how they have the upper hand. Carter may offer updates on the stunning takeover news and stir up plenty of trouble. Steffy and Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., can turn this into a court feud, but that may take time. For now, Steffy may have no choice but to walk out that door on Hope's orders, so revenge could be sweet as far as Hope's concerned. Naturally, Steffy might announce that she quits instead and warn that Hope shouldn't get too comfortable mooching off Carter's stolen power. You can bet Steffy and Ridge will strike back, so Carter and Hope's victory may be short-lived. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Hope and Steffy's hostility is about to get even worse, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the escalating issues. Hope Logan had always played by the rules. Her designs were a reflection of her heart, soft, romantic, and unflinchingly true to her core values. But recent events had tested her patience, her integrity, and her tolerance for betrayal. With Carter Walton's sudden and shocking ascent to the CEO position at Forrester Creations, the power dynamics in Los Angeles shifted overnight. And so did Hope. She stood at the edge of her office desk, sunlight streaming through the floor-to-ceiling windows of the Forrester Creations building. Papers, sketches, and fabric swatches littered the surface, but her gaze was fixed on Steffy Forrester, whose confident smirk was too much for Hope to bear. Steffy leaned casually against the doorframe, arms crossed as if she had already won whatever argument was about to ensue. "You wanted to see me, Hope?" "Yes, I did." Hope's voice was calm, but the edge was unmistakable. This wasn't the soft-spoken designer Steffy was used to. Hope's eyes gleamed with a fire that made Steffy pause, albeit briefly. "Let me guess," Steffy said, rolling her eyes. "You're still upset about Carter's decision to restructure the leadership team." Hope's lips curled into a tight smile. "Upset? No, I'm inspired, actually. Inspired to finally take control of what's mine." Steffy raised an eyebrow. "What's yours?" "Last time I checked, Forrester Creations was a family business. My family's business." "Funny?" Hope replied, her tone icy, because last time I checked, my line, "Hope for the future," has been carrying this company's reputation with its success. And yet, you've treated it, and me, like a second-class citizen for years. Steffi shrugged, her casual demeanor only fueling Hope's determination. If you can't handle a little competition, maybe this industry isn't for you. Competition? Hope laughed, though there was no humor in it. This isn't about competition, Steffi. It's about loyalty. It's about betrayal. You and Carter conspired to edge me out of decisions that directly affect my brand, my livelihood. So if we're talking about who doesn't belong here, maybe we should start with you. Steffi pushed off the doorframe, her expression darkening. Be careful, Hope. You're treading on thin ice. Oh, I'm not the one who should be worried, Hope shot back, stepping closer until she was face to face with her longtime rival. As of today, you're no longer involved with Hope for the future. You're fired from anything related to my line. Steffi blinked, caught off guard. You can't do that. I just did. Hope's confidence was unshakable now. And since Carter has so graciously handed me more control over the creative division, I'm making another executive decision. You're banned from any meetings or projects involving Hope for the future. Your input is neither needed nor wanted. The room fell silent, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Steffi finally found her voice, though it dripped with venom. You're making a mistake. You think you're untouchable because Carter gave you a little more power. He won't back you when push comes to shove. And when he doesn't, don't come crying to me. Hope tilted her head, her smile returning. Oh, I won't need to. You see, Steffi, revenge is sweet. And I plan to savor every moment of watching you squirm as you realize you're no longer the queen bee at Forrester Creations. Steffi stormed out, her heels clicking sharply against the polished floor, leaving Hope alone in the aftermath of their confrontation. Meanwhile, in Carter's office, Carter Walton was adjusting to his new role as CEO. The weight of the position hadn't fully settled yet, but he was already fielding pushback from various corners of the company, especially from Ridge and Eric. But today, his mind was preoccupied with the brewing feud between Hope and Steffi. He hadn't expected Hope to retaliate so swiftly or so ruthlessly. Carter, Ridge said, barging into the office without knocking, we need to talk. Carter sighed, setting down a stack of documents. Let me guess, this is about Hope and Steffi. Damn right it is, Ridge replied, his voice stern. What were you thinking, giving Hope so much control? She's turning this place into a battleground. She's earned it, Carter said firmly. Hope for the future has outperformed every other line for the past year. She deserves to have a say in how it's managed. And Steffi doesn't, Ridge countered. She's been the backbone of this company for years. You're creating a divide that's going to tear us apart. Carter stood, meeting Ridge's gaze with unflinching resolve. No, Ridge, I'm giving people the opportunities they deserve. If that creates tension, so be it. This isn't about family politics anymore. It's about business. Ridge shook his head, his frustration evident. You're playing with fire, Carter. Don't say I didn't warn you when this all blows up in your face. Back at Hope's office, Hope sank into her chair, letting out a deep breath. The confrontation with Steffi had been draining, but it was also empowering. For the first time in a long time, she felt like she was in control of her destiny. But she knew this was only the beginning. Steffi wouldn't go down without a fight, and Carter's new role would continue to stir chaos within the company. Still, Hope was ready. She'd spent years being underestimated, overshadowed, and pushed aside. Not anymore. With a renewed sense of purpose, she picked up her sketchbook and began to draw. Her designs would speak louder than any boardroom battle, louder than any snide remark from Steffi. This was her moment, and she wasn't going to let anyone take it from her. Spoiler tease, what's next? As the dust settles from Hope's bold move, Steffi starts to strategize her comeback. Will Carter regret his decision to back Hope, or will he stand firm against Ridge's pressure? Meanwhile, tensions within the Forrester family reach a boiling point, threatening to unravel decades of loyalty. Stay tuned to the bold and the beautiful for all the drama, betrayals, and unexpected twists yet to come.